now I'm talking to Aquarians, people born with the sun in the sign of Aquarius, and about how they can pay attention to the North Node as compared to the South Node, why it's particularly important this year to get some guidance in that regard is that the South Node, as it shows up this year in this year's chart, is surrounded by planets. That means it has all sorts of grounding, all sorts of cosmic energy behind it. And then the poor lonely North Node, which is just simply a point, it just is like a point that can make a huge difference in your life if you follow it. It's all alone. You see just on the chart, like there's this big circle around a whole bunch of planets, and the South Node is over here all by itself. So where are these happening in your charts, Aquarians? In Aquarius you probably have a tendency that it's in the 12th house, and when things are in the 12th house, you often want to retreat, and you might find yourself having a heavy draw to wanting to retreat. And instead, it says, the North Node says it's really a year for you to be in service at work, or be in service to helping someone with a health issue. You will do well to be spending time being of service, not just retreating. Probably you're going to want to retreat some, but one of the things is that Mars, the planet of assertion, is right on the cusp between the 10th house and the 11th house, so you are likely to be good at asserting yourself between what you're doing in the way of your life purpose and of your goals in life. So that if you sort of factor in and say service is one of my goals, then you'll probably be likely to do it. Chiron is in the 3rd house. Chiron is what you're good with doing for others, but you may not be so great at doing for yourself. So Chiron in the 3rd house is about communication, so you probably can help others with communication. If you find you're getting into trouble with communications, you might want to get some help from someone else to be effective at communicating. And right at the bottom of your chart, right on the cusp of the 4th house is Uranus, the planet of surprises. So you might just find that you have surprise. Talking about how you have Uranus at the bottom of your chart, right on the cusp of the 4th house. The 4th house is a really strong house. It's on the angle, and the 1st house, the 4th house, the 7th house, and the 10th house are like the strongest places for a planet to be. So you have Uranus, the planet of surprises, on the 4th house, the house of home. You could find that you move. You could find that you have new excitement at home. It could be just a very hold on to your hat. You're supposed to be paying attention to being of service, and you might be surprised about where you have the energy of service. There may be a tendency to want to hide out this year because you've got all this energy over here in the 12th house, which is the most hidden house. But you might surprise yourself. You might find that you can both find time for yourself and that you can be of service in the world. So I would recommend that you would look to be asking yourself, where can I be of most service? And then you'll probably be surprised that you'd have all the energy you need to actually follow through on doing that. This is a general reading because it's applying to all Aquariuses, and all Aquariuses are not the same. There's some plenty of astrological reasons, numerological reasons why there are differences. If you want to know about yourself specifically, I do natal charts, I do numerology and astrology together, tarot. There's all sorts of ways to access helpful information for you about 2020. That information, how to contact me, is in the comments, and I'd be happy to help you if there's any way I can assist you being most effective at going after living your North Node when there is a whole lot of tendency to want to push you towards your South Node. I hope this is helpful. Look forward to sharing more information as the year goes on.